Well, hello, and a big, fat, groovy Saturday morning here in Australia. Here come the beautiful people. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Groovers. I am going to the gym after this live. I've had to think about my life. I've had a long, hard look at myself, and I will be going to the gym after this live. So a bit of a rescheduling just before I get into greeting everyone. I am still going to be erecting Sunny's pole, but as you can probably see, she's over there, sound asleep, supervising the shenanigans this morning. But we'll be doing... Oh, she's awake. Hey, Sunny. So we will be assembling a pole dancing pole later, and that will be happening at 11 a.m. Eastern Australian Eastern Standard Time. Also, it's a federal election in Australia today, so Australians, don't forget to vote. Compulsory voting in Australia. It's not really. Technically, it's compulsory to get your name crossed off the electoral roll when you go into your little booth to do what you want. Some people draw penises on the ballot papers, which I personally find that a waste of a vote. The beauty of living in a democracy is we get to vote. Try living in a communist country like Vietnam and see what it's like when you have no say in who runs your country. So it could be today heralding the end of Scott Morrison's reign of terror in Australia. And I will be going to the polling booth straight after the gym to cast my vote and chomp into a democracy sausage. It's an Australian tradition here. We have little food stands usually outside the polling booth. Often there's the CWA, the Country Women's Association, with scones and sponge cakes. And then there's also what we call a sausage sizzle, where sausages are cooked up, always served in white bread, fresh white bread, and then you can add your sauce. Some of you call it ketchup. You can put mustard, whatever the frig you want, bit of barbecue onion, very nice, in a little serviette, and there you have it, your democracy sausage. All right, time to greet some people. So this live is part one. We, the Better Call Saul community, are going to find the funniest moment in the Depp versus Heard trial, and it's going to be a stiff competition because there's shitloads. So over the next week, I'm going to be doing lives where we will be looking at some of the funniest moments. At the end of each episode, I'll do a quick poll because I'm going to take notes of which ones are discussed and mentioned the most. We'll do a poll with the top 4 or 5, vote on the best one. That will head into the semi-final. It's going to be tough, so you might need to be strategic. If you have a funny moment we don't mention today... if you have a funny moment, but there's a funnier moment or a good funny moment today that's doing all right in the polls, you don't want to tell us about it because you want it to make it into the semis. In fact, let's be reasonable. I'm going to take the top 3 from each episode. We'll work this out. I'm making everything up as I go along. So this live will go for about an hour. So don't get upset if we don't get to the funniest moment you love the most yet, because there's going to be shitloads of these. Because that's one thing this trial has given us, despite being about one of the most horrific topics imaginable. Johnny gave us permission right from the start to have a laugh. And we will be going right back to the start today because there's some memories I think many of you may have forgotten. Now it's time to welcome and say good day to all the beautiful people. Good morning, lovely Scout Inquirer. Will you be able to tune in later at 11 a.m. to watch the erection? That's what I want to know. Good morning, Francesca. All my mods are fabulous. Good morning to some of our new members, new subscribers. I see, yep, so what, in chat. I thought you were already a subscriber. Did you leave me and you've come back, or you just never subscribed? Whatever the case, welcome back, yep, so what. I've also got to say a big fat hello to Shanyata. Good morning, gorgeous. There's a lot of comments and things that people have been posting on my channel. I'm not used to all this activity. I will get to everything eventually. But this morning is laughs, gym, voting, democracy sausage, and then erections. That's what my morning is like. But it's lovely to see you. Yep, so what? Cement Shoes. G'day, Groover. How are you doing? Hi, AJ. And look at AJ, as always, welcoming everyone. So much love in this channel. I've said g'day to Cement Shoes. Yes, Barnaby Joyce will be gone. What a shame. Her dog's named after a loser. It is election day and it is erection day. You couldn't watch the trial. It was too intense. Well, funnily enough, Francesca, there's been so much comic relief that it's kind of helped us all deal with it. I mean, at the end of the day, if we want to be serious, Amber Heard is a piece of work. She has pretty much hijacked the Me Too movement, which initially started with great intentions, and then, like many things that start with great intentions, it got lost along the way. But I find people who piggyback on really good social justice causes and BS, it's just making a mockery of that cause. It's making a mockery of actual victims. And to me, that is the vilest and the lowest of the low kind of person. Secondly, I think one of the real positives that came out of this right from the start was Johnny empowering men to speak up if they're being abused. There's probably a shitload of men out there who didn't realise what their partners, wives, even husbands were doing is actually abuse. If it empowers just one man to speak up and go, that's me, I'm being abused, and then they leave that relationship, then all of this was worth it. So I think that's a really powerful outcome of this trial. And I still would love to do a live where I'm going to play Devil's Avocado, and we're all going to play Devil's Avocado, and we're going to be hashtag Team Amber, and we're going to try and find the redeeming aspects of her defense and counterclaim. It's going to be hard, guys, considering most of her witnesses have actually helped Johnny's case. So there's a lot to discuss. But we will be looking at many laughing moments throughout. But it's election day and erection day here. So if you feel like you didn't get enough of me now, when I finish in about an hour, come back a bit later and I'm going to play with a big erection. Yeah, I am. You sub from Illy's account, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen you around. But it's so good to have you here. Thank you, Scout. Do give me a reminder. I will try to keep my eye on the clock, but I need to log off this live at about 5 to 9 at the absolute latest. 10 to 9 wrapping up would be good. Me Poo killed me too. Nice one. She's always going to be trouble. But wouldn't it be fun? Let's do it, guys. We'll do a Devil's Avocado hashtag Team Amber Live, and we're all going to find redeeming moments. But today we're going to be looking at some of the funny ones. I'll be tallying your opinions. We'll do a poll at the end, and the top 3 in that poll will move forward into the semi-finals. Dodo Dixon, great to have you here. You're still laughing about Wig Woman. All you could think was Andy Warhol. Yeah, Wig Woman. Wig Woman reminds me of another YouTuber, but I'm keeping mum about that. I do not want to be thrown back into the drama community. Yo, Turtle Dove, good to see you, gorgeous. Illy subbers to help not going. Thank you so much. And thank you and welcome to the new subs yesterday. I was so close to going back under 1,500 and you guys saved me. Thank you so much. Oh, and another thing, the way the memberships are going at the moment, we might be able to start fostering an 8 baby animal every month, not every second month. So that's so exciting too. So thanks to all the members. We're almost at a point where I've been topping up the memberships to sponsor one every 2 months, but I think we're ready to sponsor one a month. So I'm really excited about that. The next month, though, we are going to be sponsoring, as a community, we're going to be sponsoring a baby Tasmanian devil. Lovely Miss Ducky, a gorgeous member of our community, is going to be sponsoring one as well. And don't forget, if we can somehow get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year, there will also be someone in our community will end up getting their own sponsored baby from me as a thank you to everyone for helping us get to 2,000 subs. So there's a lot going on there. But I'm going to put woman in a wig on the list too. I was going to start my live and go, good morning, it's Ellen Barkin. Take a seat, fuckers. I love that woman so much because she scares the fucking crap out of me. But yeah, Johnny is a voice for all victims, indeed, and empowering men to speak up. DV is a gendered issue, but I believe because of trials like this, the statistics for men actually reporting abuse will go up, which is a good thing. But unfortunately, it is a gendered issue. More women and children will always be murdered, unfortunately, in family violence situations. It's just the way it is. But if the statistics start to reflect closer and more accurately, and it empowers men and gives them a voice, then this trial was worth it. Hang on a sec. What have you done? Baby animals saved on the monthly. Thank you so much, Turtle Dove. Although that does go to Sunny's bank account, which is now drained because I accidentally bought a massive erection for her. Sorry if I've missed anyone else wandering in. I think I've said g'day to everyone. Hello, anyone who's lurking. But yeah, welcome mods, best mods in YouTube land, best members, best subscribers, best everything, best mascot. She's a bit like Amber's buddies, a bit of a freeloading kind of... She doesn't take drugs, but she's a bit of a freeloader, that Sunny girl. But thank you so much, Turtle Dove. That's really, really sweet of you. Okay, so I am going... You got to roll out. You just rolled on in, made it rain, and then you're leaving, Turtle Dove? Wow. Amber Heard would marry you in a heartbeat with that kind of behaviour. Ellen's tarting herself all over the Me Too movement, is she? Well, look, let's be honest. She'd be a bit of a demon in the sack, wouldn't she? See, one of the things this trial's brought out too is there's been some things that Amber has said, and I'm like, that was actually legit consensual adult sex that you had with Johnny, and now you've twisted it to make it sound like it was an act of abuse. That's truly how I feel. She's lied about everything else. Why wouldn't she lie about the bow, chicka, bow, bow? Ringhole. Wrong account. At least someone got an erection. There's going to be an erection. A huge floor-to-ceiling erection in this house at 11 a.m. Well, no, it'll be commencing. It's probably going to take... You're going to get to see how patient I am assembling shit. Put it that way. Ellen should shut up. All right, so we're going to kick off with the first video. This is one that was sent. This is funny as fuck, actually. AJ sent me this. And he very clever. And I will stop and start it because we can discuss some moments. And if anyone's like, oh, yeah, I love that moment, I'll add it to the list. So today doesn't have to necessarily be your favourite. We just want to start compiling a heap of funny moments. And then gradually we're going to narrow it down and vote on what is the funniest moment. Yeah, she scares me because she's intimidating and mysterious and a bit of a scrubber. And I love people like that. I'm way more interested in people like Ellen Barkin than I am your average chick you see or dude you see in aisle 4 at Coles who is standing in the middle of the aisle blocking it, just looking at a label going, oh, do I want this? Those people are blips to me. I don't notice them. I notice the people that have energy that is not familiar to me. I do. Life's short. Focus in on the people that so many people criticise all the time because they're so different to them, they can't relate to them. It's not how you spend your life. They're the people you should be watching and going, you're fascinating to me. Well, at least that's how I feel. She's angry. She's had a lot of hot shags in her life, though, let's be honest. Okay. Apologies, Ellen, if you've only had 3 lovers, but come on. Okay, let's kick this little video off. It's funny as. It will remind us of moments. I will pause after each moment. We'll have a little chat about it. And they'll be like, should it go on the list? Yay or nay? If everyone's like, yay, on it goes. Personally, for me, up until Elaine impersonating Johnny, which is now my favourite moment of the trial, and I have maintained for a long time, long before people started jumping on the Elaine bandwagon, that she is the comedian of this entire... Well, she's a comedian of our times, to be honest. But her impersonation of Johnny did knock my previous favourite moment, which was Johnny being asked that if he's bigger than Amber, and he said, I wouldn't say that. And watching Amber crumble and Johnny bust out that smile that we've all been enjoying. So we're going to start looking, and if we think it goes on the list, it's on the list. Here we go.
She played a tape in which Mr. Depp said,
My
"You will
favorite.
not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
I do.
Look into my eyes. Everyone is...
All right, well, we've got to add that. You know, I'm biased. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. That's already going straight into the finals. But we're putting it on the list. You will never see my eyes again. I'm sorry, but that's a fast track to the final. That's the advantage of having your own channel. So yeah, that one's in for sure. And you guys don't need to say at the moment whether they're your favourites or not, because there might be some moments that you go, oh fuck, I forgot about that. That's even more favourite than the one I thought was my favourite. You know what I'm saying? And we all get to vote at the end. Here we go, next one.
Talking about the interaction between Depp and Vasquez.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Saying there's some sort of more than attorney-client relationship between the two. I mean, clearly that's a very happy client.
Now, this one I'm not putting in the funniest. Elaine is a legend. And hello, Emily G. It is hard to beat, isn't it, Shanyata? But it'll even look, maybe it'll be the silver medal. We'll all be fascinated. We'll be like, oh, there's no way anyone's going to beat Elaine doing that. I mean, Elaine has lots of moments. Let's be honest. I mean, calling Amber to the stand and saying Laura Amber Heard, like she didn't even get a client's name right. Bless her. Calling Dr. Hughes, Dr. Curry. I mean, Elaine. But you made Johnny laugh and laugh. He did that, and then he laughed again. Brilliant. The relationship between Johnny and Camille, what's funny about that is all the people out there who believe it. Like, stop it. So I don't think that even needs to go on the list, because that wasn't funny so much. It's more just how many idiots on the internet. I've hugged every client of mine after a really good cross-examination. Male and female. Am I now shagging all of them? No, I'm not. Not one, in fact. I mean, none of my clients were anything like Johnny Depp, so... But I'd be waiting long after the trial was over before I dipped my wick in that candle. Oh, the alpacas will be featuring Emily G. We are doing a retrospective look at all of the funny moments, memorable moments. The ones that we think are hilarious will be making it onto a list with everyone voting at the end. So the alpacas, I think the alpacas are going to even make it onto the list this morning. I'm pretty sure. AJ sent me this and I watched it and I snorted a lot, and then I was like, don't watch it again so you can still react to the glorious moments. Here we go. Anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Depp, as far as I could see, always had a cigarette or joint in his mouth.
Good Lord.
Again, I mean, this guy, Mark Zuckerberg the second, he, oh yeah, there was Ellen, yep, we can put that on there. We'll put Mr. Ellen Barkin, that was a good one. Don't think Ellen liked that very much. She was like, excuse me. I'm not Nicola Gobbo. I did not shag my gangster clients. I had bikie clients, but I didn't shag them. They protected me. But yeah, Mark Zuckerberg Jr., maybe something will come out of that little freeloader prick's mouth, but Johnny always having a cigarette in his mouth, yeah. Tell me he isn't the sexiest smoker in an anti-smoking world. Like, seriously. Play. Oh, this guy. Oh my God, this guy. Laughing guy. Now, he's apparently part of, because he's sitting next to Sean, he's part of Johnny's security team. But yeah, this dude's awesome. I'm putting him straight on the list. Because he's like me. And many of us in this fabulous community. He's one of those people that gets the giggles and can't stop. He's so on the list. Brilliant. I mean, I want to put Snuggy Lady on there too. But she's not going to win it. So why bother? But this guy, uncontrollable giggles, is there nothing funnier than this? Watch him. Watch him. And there's a chick on the other side of the courtroom who just thinks he's fantastic too. And she almost deserves to be on the list as well. But anyway, watch Johnny's security guy. That blonde girl, the long blonde hair, she loves it. Everyone else is being a bit grouchy.
The incident was May 21st, 2016.
Oh, Laughing Guy comes back again, sorry. But yes, we've also got this dude. We've got Alejandro. We've got the driving, vaping witness. Alex. Wasn't he a trick? I mean, honestly, he's up there. He is up there. You would have been bounced like Eve Barflow. All the new names. Yeah, that Eve Barlow. That was such a scandalous thing that didn't get a lot of attention at the time. I couldn't believe it. I had to really dig and dive to research what the fuck happened with Eve Barlow. I cannot believe. See, isn't it weird? That's another thing that's so fascinating about this trial. Like, the stuff that's serious and not cool, like Amber storming out before the jury and the judge and Eve Barlow texting and tweeting and cheating, kind of got glossed over. Because everyone was like, nah, the funny shit is so good. Who cares about the legal scandals? Oh, a star witness award. Good idea. Good idea. All right. Page 2. The star witnesses. Like, seriously, there'll be about 20 episodes of this till we get to the winner. But yeah, I like that. We need that as its own category. The star witness. Because haven't there been some absolute ball terrors too? All right. Let's get back to this Cheech and Chong impersonation of the fabulous Alex.
Can you tell me what type of makeup Amber Heard was wearing in any of those videos?
No, I can't tell you.
Can
I
you
didn't
tell
even
me?
know she was wearing any lipstick.
Miss Vasquez, do you want me to close the shades? Okay.
I'll keep going. This bit's not that funny. It's just,
But I appreciate
you know,
that.
come
Probably
on,
good
as
luck.
being an angel. Oh, this bit. This bit. Watch Amber crash into the coat stand. Ah, no. I hit the.
Douche chill.
That was brilliant. Yeah, look, I think we'll definitely be putting Alex in the mix for the whole thing, but I think we'll also have a star witness category, which I reckon he's won. Although there's been so many fabulous witnesses for Amber essentially winning the case for Johnny, they all deserve a mention too. You nominate Alejandro. He's on the list. He's on the list as in the general funniest moment, but also the Star Witness Award. What question? Why can I not find an emoji for a vape? Well, what you've done is fine. Oh yes, the Marilyn Manson the shut up pill, that was pretty hilarious too. Thank you, Cement Shoes. We'll be doing so many of these lives because honestly, we've all been following it intently. No one's missed a beat. Alejandro is Scout's favourite. Well, interesting. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you guys are ultimately going to decide on. I'm keen. I like surprises. Welcome to everyone rolling on in. We are in part 1 of what was the funniest moment, and there may still be one to come, because do you know what I worked out last night? You know how like Amber's team's got 8 hours and Johnny's team's got 18? When Amber's side runs out of time, they're literally just going to have to sit in the court and listen to Johnny's team doing whatever the fuck they want. And they're not going to be able to say a word. That is hilarious because, look, we don't do the time thing in Australia. That was one of the things from this trial that I was like, this is a very big difference between the jurisdictions. But isn't it going to be gold next week when they can't say a word? Elaine's just going to be sitting there with steam coming out of her head. So if Johnny's team is smart, they'll waste the Team Amber's time. They'll do all these things that will cause objections and sidebars, and they'll just chew up those 8 hours. And then when they've got the serious shit to talk about, they'll wait for Amber's team to be no time left, and they'll just go for gold. And there's nothing Amber and her team can do about it. It's the best. Time's up. So yeah, next week's going to be fun too. And we will not be doing the final of these funniest moments until it's all finished. In fact, I'm sure there's going to be shit after the trial that's going to be worthy of the funniest moment too. All right. G'day, Y. Nice to see you again. Yeah, unintelligible. That is my third favourite, funnily enough. Shania, you and I, sisters from different misters. Yeah, objection, unintelligible. That was just genius by Camille. I haven't got a brand new notebook for this, but I've got a feeling I might need to. This pen is terrible, though. I'm left-handed. I'm very fussy about my pens. It's a new pen I got from my optometrist. Look, Tasmania. But I can't grip it properly. And everyone knows the grip's very important. Yep, the guy who objected to himself. Actually, this pen's going to give me the shits. I'll go back to the other one. I'll just get my page on a typical left-handed angle. Yep, the dude who objected to himself is definitely in... I mean, this is the thing. It's going to be a tough competition, guys. Don't be sitting here thinking this is a bit of fluffy entertainment. This is going to be war. It's going to be a battle. For sure. Now, this video we're playing at the moment is a compilation of funny and memorable moments, but we will end, if we've got time, which we will, we'll end with the first recap that Andrew Pandrew did. He was kind of the original, the OG, putting together all the funny moments and went viral because of it, and rightly so, he deserves it. But we'll be going right back to the very first one and adding anything from that. But we're back to Uncontrollable Giggle Guy. Oh, wait a minute, I just want to check. Hey, Los Fast, we love you too. Oh, look at Los Fast. Love. Exciting and new after one day. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming back. Oh, yeah, Shitneys. Shitney saying she's rarely sober. That was brilliant. That was very funny. Hey, what about my Johnny deposition and Amber Heard say? Does that warrant an entry? Oh, wait a minute though. Heaps of you did say Alejandro. Well, he's definitely... I've got to put a star next to him because he has been mentioned a lot. Alex, there he is. He's definitely going to be voted on today. There's so many. Yes, grip is very important. Very important. All right, let's go back to the dude. He's already on the list. The Johnny Depp security guard losing, laughing hysterically and having to remove himself from the court. And watch the blonde girl. She loves him the most. So it's contagious, so she's got... And off he goes.
Mr. Depp, if Disney came to you with $300 million and 1 million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film.
That is true, Mr. Rottenborn.
Hey, let's, oh, there's more alpacas. Hang on.
It's Alpaca Day.
So yeah, it's alpaca day. So yeah, the alpacas were gold, and I loved him cracking up at the memory of himself saying that. He was so proud of that. I've got a brilliant hang on a minute, since we're talking alpacas, because this is the beauty of this live, we can just do lots of moments, and if we go off on tangents and so on, will so be it. I actually slept through this witness, and I was really upset until I stumbled across this gem. Hang on a sec. Hey, Stacia Hall, you're not late, Gorge. We're doing episode 1, part 1 of. We're ultimately gonna vote on the funniest moment from the trial. The list is already a mile and a half long. At the end of each part of this thing, I'm going to do a poll, and we can vote for the top 5, I think it is, and they will all go through to the next, like to the semi-finals, and then some of them, like Alex, the vaping driving witness, he's already fast tracked to the final. And no, I'm not going to fast track anyone. We're just going to be fair here. Or how else can we do this? Because every one of them deserves a mention. Maybe I'll just keep... What I might do, guys, I might just do a list of every single moment, and then we're going to be brutal, like judges on America's Got Talent or The Voice Australia, and we're just going to put lines... I don't know. Or do we do a poll? Like, this is what I'm saying, guys. You want to save your favourite moments so they don't get bumped out in the first episode. Or do we do 10... We can do 2 polls. Oh, my God. I didn't think this through. I'm going to wait for you guys to help me work this out. How do we do this? We've already got more moments. Like, we've got the best moments are all in the first episode. And I don't want any of them to not be in the final. We're not playing this game very well. I've got 11 on the list, and out of those 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 11, I would all say, are definite contenders. Well, we can have a top 10 at the end, but the problem is, actually, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do a poll, and the top 5 from the poll from today are all going to go into the semi-finals. And then the remaining ones on the list will stay on the list, and then we'll add all the new ones, and then I'll recap them again, and I'm going to only do up to 20 each episode, because otherwise my brain's going to explode. And we're already at 11, guys. They will all stay on the list, and then the next time we're live, they will be included again. So they may make it into the top 5 the next time. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're going to do it. So, yeah, 20 will be the absolute cutoff point today. We'll do the polls. That would be a nightmare, Shanad. I mean, it's a nice idea, but that'll be a nightmare. Can you imagine? People will be giving percentages, others will be it'll be a nightmare. So, all right, let's get on with it. In fact, we're going to stop at 15, not 20. I think 15 is a good time to stop it. So we're at the alpacas at the moment. And this is, she might get her own spot. You let me know if you think she should. But I didn't see this chick because she testified overnight when I was asleeping. But this chick Well, sure, the Garth Mick Jagger woman is already on the list. Why? So memorable for many. Watch Johnny reacting to this. So this woman, and many of you might have seen it, but many of you may have not. This woman is an employee of Disney, and she's been questioned about Johnny and the alpaca comment. And I kind of feel like she almost deserves her own spot. Here we go.
Aware that Mr. Depp has testified under oath that he would not take another Pirates of the Caribbean franchise role for $300 million and a million alpacas?
No.
Would Disney
Johnny loves
entertain paying Mr. Depp more than $300 million and provide him with more than a million alpacas to be able to obtain his services for any future Pirates of the Caribbean role?
No.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as deposition
Disney.
exhibit number 52 to Alan Horn. Who's that?
He was our co-chairman.
Of Disney?
Yes.
And Alan Bergman, who's he?
Same. He's the other co-chairman of Disney. Or was.
No, the Disney chick. I was like, she looks like she's running a really nasty cult. You know, where they torture chickens, like baby chickens or something. There's nothing Disney. My vision of Disney is nothing like her. Like when people say Disney, and who was it who was talking? I was listening to someone last night while I was cooking dinner. Oh, this lawyer that's in Korea who I've been following a bit. I quite like his input. He's got splendid taste in scotch and cigars as well. But he talked about a lawsuit where Disney sued this little mum and dad cafe in Korea that was called Mickey Mouse Cafe, and it just had like the little outline. Like Asians love Western stuff. I've lived in Vietnam. They love all the Western things, and Disney's so iconic. So someone in Korea had this little, in South Korea, had this little cafe called the Mickey Mouse Cafe, and Disney swooped in and absolutely sued the pants off them. Like, seriously. There was a guy in Australia that had a McDonald's before America had McDonald's. There's a lot of lawsuits like that. And, of course, in Schitt's Creek, there was an Australian company that had the same name as his boss in Schitt's Creek Frock Shop, whatever it was called. Was it Slacks and Blouses or something awful? The Blouse Shop. But, yeah, he has got so much charisma. No, she doesn't look friendly at all. Hey, working for the happiest place on earth, and she's as cold as ice. So, yeah, they're nasty. They're nasty. So, and McDonald's are nasty too. So, does she get her own? No, because we're looking for the funniest moment. But, Johnny, you've got the alpaca quote, but then you've also got JD cracking up at the Disney lady about the alpacas. He's so proud of that moment. Would Disney have paid him $300 million and a million alpacas? No. She nasty. All right, so that's her. But there's still more alpaca action as well. And I'm wondering if these people deserve... Like, does the alpaca person, the people that actually brought alpacas to the court, I feel like they should be on the list too. Anyway, here we go.
So, Andrea, tell me what happened when you believe that Johnny Depp saw the alpacas.
Well, he looked kind of surprised, and then he smiled and waved, and we all got very excited.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the forest.
So, the penis. I think I'd remember seeing Mr. Depp's penis. So, yeah, does the girl that brought the alpacas to the court, I think she deserves a spot too. There's a lot of alpaca action. We're not even going to get... We're not even going to get through this video, let alone... We'll get through this video. Whatever number we get to, we'll end it there. But the girl with the alpacas, she deserves to be on the list. All right, let's keep going. Oh, so the next bit, this is the guy that worked for Johnny, Malcolm Connolly, still does. Being asked if Johnny had his penis out in the foyer and he was going to urinate everywhere. Now, Johnny's reaction's priceless, but the really priceless bit is Connolly saying, I think I'd remember seeing Johnny Depp's penis. Wouldn't we all?
Wasn't he?
What the f*** are you talking about?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out.
Objection.
Pants, didn't he?
Now, look, Judge Penny has been hilarious, but we will need a specific Judge Penny moment to make the list. We can't just put Judge Penny. But this bit here has been cleverly edited because this is actually her reacting after Alejandro gave his evidence driving and vaping. This isn't her reaction to Johnny Depp's penis. But yes, definitely the penis. That look is deadly, so no. It's the look of love. What are you talking about? Why?
Okay, all right. It's just say I've just never seen that before.
We got to the end of the Daily Wire with 14 on the list, so I think that we can second the penis. I think we can do Andrew Pandrews as well. And then we're going to be faffing around with some polls for a little while. But this is the guy that pretty much started the whole funny stuff. And we were there from the start. Back when Andrew Pandrew had 11 subscribers. We made him famous. No, I'm kidding. But he deserves everything he got for this. All right, so here are some more awesome moments. And I'll just stop and... I mean, a lot of the ones like Johnny learning, what hearsay means and stuff. Like, I'll try to split them up in obvious tags. Here we go.
Nani?
I love that.
Nani? Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Let's move beyond the conversation that Kevin Murphy had with Mr.
Said, yes, they have. It appears that Ms. Heard had told she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I know, it just serves off for the truth of the matter, sir.
You got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning. Ms. Heard.
How cute is he with his little smile? There's such a boyish aspect to his personality too. That's very typical of boys who are abused as kids, sadly. But that kind of shy, insecure, and he was described as a very shy little boy, but yeah, he's kind of got that awkward naivety about him, which is so appealing in a 55-year-old. But we'll just put, I've put how Johnny handled objections and learning about hearsay. That can just be one clump. I mean, there were many, many moments. They definitely warrant an appearance in the list of the best moment. It's going to be so nail-biting, guys. The big final. I'm already nervous about it. Here we go. Here we go.
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
Disturbing. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers.
Do the hearsay papers get their own mention, though? Let's put them on there. I personally... There's way better moments than that, but some people still love the hearsay papers. There you go, Johnny. They're on the list too.
I can read it out of someone's article, but not from the man's mouth.
It's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like it to be, sir. Nothing simple in this case. October is 2 months before December.
How prophetic was that? There's nothing simple about this case. Oh, yes. Never a truer word was spoken. Even this, October is 2 months before December almost warrants. This is the problem with Johnny. We're watching Johnny at the moment. There's all the Johnny. Like, all of these could warrant a spot. But I am going to stop at 20, so if we don't get to the end of Andrews. But I'm going to wait and see what you guys think. Do you think that October is 2 months before December warrants a spot? It's a ripper. No one's chatting. He would be so much fun to party with. He would. I've said it from the start. Big fat joint, Johnny, his guitar, and me are at fire pot. I'd be happy as a pig in shit. He would be so much fun. Well, actually, I'd want a few more people around the fire pot. All of you guys too. You kind of would want him to have a little stage of sorts, like, and just let him go on a roll, and we'd all be squealing with laughter. Warrants a spot for now. Yeah, it may not make it. It might get completely bumped before by all the other ones. Just keeping an eye on the clock. 3 to go.
December, that's correct.
The document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
Oh yeah, there's the signatures.
That's my signature, indeed.
Well, in fact,
That
let's
is
just
your
have
signature on the right,
Mr. Rottenborn.
Yes, it is.
This is the document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
That was a document you signed in August of 2016. Correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before?
Like, that totally warrants an entry.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
Well, I wanted to make clear that you signed
Made it
that in
clear.
the summer of Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay. So you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there? Very ugly situation.
That has to be, right, that's 20. That's 20. All right. Were you there? So there's 20, guys. So this is episode 1, chapter 1 of our search for the funniest moment. So there are 20 on the list. You don't need to remember numbers or whatever, and you don't have to only vote once. But I'm going to basically say vote, or not vote. Well, I'm going to write vote now like I do in Batshit. And I'm just going to start reading them out. And if that's a moment that you like, and we'll be finding the top 5. So I'm just literally going to start recapping them. And if you think they warrant a spot in the top 5, just go, hell yeah. And we'll just keep working through. It's going to be a bit of a mess, but here we go. So I'm going to say vote now. So we kicked off with the lawyer for Amber Heard objecting to his own questions. Actually, I might give you the numbers. It's going to be easier. Sorry, that's number 1. So if you like that one, think it should be in the top 5, and that's how we'll roll. Number 2 is the witness, the former talent scout of Johnny Depp, the woman in the wig who looked like Garth from Wayne's World. 3, and you can vote many times, like I said. You'll never see my eyes again. The process of elimination is what we're doing, cement shoes. Number 4, Mr. Ellen Barkin. Number 5, the dude that was pissing himself laughing from Johnny's security team who ended up having to leave court. Yep, objecting to own questions, getting another vote. Awesome. Then we had Alex, the driving vaping witness, who is also in another category, which is the star witness. Okay. Right, so objecting to your own question, that's already going to make it into the top 5 just based on the votes. The laughing dude walking out of court, yep, he's in. You'll never see my eyes again. That's the Elaine doing the Johnny Depp impersonation. Thank you, Cement Shoes. I personally want to put that in because that's now my favourite. In fact, fuck it, that's already in. We don't need to do a poll yet. Oh, we do, in case we get more... Oh, God, Tori, move on. No, we can't do one. Fuck. I'm just going to keep reading, and when I get to the end, I'm going to wait for 2 minutes, and the top whatever ones are all going to go through. That's how we're doing this, motherfuckers. Francesca voted for the laughing dude. Yeah, he's in. You're too buzzed to focus. That's okay. Why? There's the gave Marilyn Manson appeal just to shut him up. There's the objection unintelligible by Camille. Oh, 6. Yep, these guys are already in. Hey, Morgan M. Yeah, so objection unintelligible is number 8. 9, the dude who objected to himself. 10 was Shitney, who said she's rarely sober. Everyone, fuck is all. I'm going to the gym shortly, very shortly. Where are we? Then there was 11. There was a quote that Johnny gave about the alpacas. Journey to Justice. I've got a mega pint of iced coffee. I can't keep up. This is a stupid idea, Troy. We'll work it out, though. All right, so number 9. Yeah, the dude who objected to... Oh, hang on. He's already in the list. Wait. Sorry, guys. Don't worry about number 9. Objection unintelligible's getting a vote. Yep. You just watched Evan Rachel Wood, the documentary about... Oh, did you? Yeah, he gives me the creeps. I don't want to learn more about him. He already creeps me out. Journey to Justice. Yeah, the objection to the own question. Number 11, the $300 million and the 100 million alpacas. That's already, that one's in too. Awesome. Then we've also got the Disney witness and Johnny laughing at his quote about the alpacas. We've got the girl out the front of court who brought along the alpacas. She's 13. 14, Billy Connolly, Malcolm Connolly. I think I'd remember seeing Johnny Depp's penis. 15, just Johnny learning about hearsay and objections. There was the hearsay papers at 16. October is 2 months before December. That is correct. Number 17, just the way Johnny said Mr. Rottenborn. Oh, number 14, all right, JD's penis. Oh, and a 12 from Shanyata, okay. Yeah, laughing at the Disney witness. Oh, everyone's loving Johnny Depp's penis. The alpacas were outside the court. And this one, did I say that they were in? I thought I said outside the court. Where am I? Yeah, so the girl with the alpacas outside the court. There was is this your signature ×3? And you were drinking heavily, were you there? That's the top. That's the list from today. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are going to go straight through to the semi-finals. So that's it. Voting ends now. The 20 was you were drinking heavily. All right, that one made it into because there's a bit of a delay. Alrighty. So we've got 8 that have fast-tracked into the semi-finals and the others are going to stay on the list and we'll keep narrowing it down each time. And then I'm actually going to do, because it's going to be too tricky, I'm actually going to put numbers in a bowl and we're going to pick them out and they're going to go into the poll and that's how they're going to be voted out bit by bit. So we might even end up with the one that we didn't think was going to win. But that's the only way I can see it. I'm going to just randomly choose the 5 that are going to go into one of the semi-finals. And there'll be a poll in chat. And that's when you get to vote. But unfortunately, if there's 2 of your favourite moments sitting there, you are going to have to make that tough decision. The drinking heavily is in as well. So the 8 that have made it through is Amber's lawyer that objected to his own question. I mean, that was a fantastic moment for sure. We've got the guy that burst out laughing and had to leave the courtroom because he got that uncontrollable giggle thing. We've got Alex. Now, Alex is also on the Star Witness Award list too. That's a separate award we're going to be giving. There was the Camille's invention, objection, unintelligible. There was Johnny's quote about the alpacas, how he wouldn't work for Disney for 300 million and 100 million alpacas. Then there's also JD laughing at the Disney witness being questioned about his quote. And then there's the girl who brought the alpacas. Hang on, did the girl who brought... Look, she's in. The girl who rocked up outside the courthouse with the alpacas. Then also fast-tracked through to the semi-finals is Johnny Depp's penis. Go, you good penis, go. And lastly, you were drinking very heavily. Were you there? So they're it. They're the ones that have fast-tracked through to semi-finals. Thank you. Then you. I love them. I said to Finn, who does batshit with me on this channel, who's my little co-host and buddy, I said, check out my new glasses. They're very bow, bow, bow. And he said, no, you just look like a pimp. I've seen pornography from the 70s where the men are often wearing sunglasses that look just like these. Mid. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. It's true. Now, I've also got to be really careful, guys. I always love playing music at the end of my lives, as you know. But I don't care that I lose the monetization. I would rather the money goes to the musicians. I'm all for that. Doesn't bother me at all. But unfortunately, for me to rectify the damage I've caused by playing these songs, I lose the chat. As soon as you change or alter anything in the video, you lose the chat. And I think a really awesome part of this community and these lives and everything we do is the chat. So I've got to make a tough decision, and that is, do I stop playing songs at the end of lives? Because they all put a copyright claim on it. It's very hard to mute the song, and if you do mute it, it then looks ridiculous because it's literally a blank screen, no music, and possibly me just sitting there look like a stunned mullet. So that's not really how I want my lives to end. But if I trim it out, which I had to do 3 or 4 songs out of the live I did yesterday, I lose the chat. So I'm really sad and conflicted, unfortunately. I'm going to make a little ending thing, and I'm actually going to change the opening number for Better Call Saul. I'm going to keep the music, but I just want to make it more inclusive. That was originally created by me as the start of a segment I used to do on this channel, but I think now the Better Call Tour intro really needs to acknowledge everyone in this fantastic community. So Isaac hasn't even made it onto the list yet, Joey, but he will. But keep that little feather in your cap for part 2, because I reckon Isaac will pop up in part 2. We're kind of in Johnny's team stuff at the moment. But it's so good to see you, and so good to see you, Morgan. Anywho, I'm off to the gym, and then I'm going to go and vote. It's a federal election in Australia today, so I'm going to go and use my vote, my democratic vote, my compulsory vote. Let's talk about why compulsory voting is better than the system in America one day. Do you want to? Should we do that? I'll grab myself a democracy sausage, and then I'll be back later at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I've already set up the live. If you click the reminder, it'll be set up in your time zone because YouTube's clever like that. I want to thank Turtle Dove for very kindly donating to the Sunny, God forbid she gets another cat tower fund. There she is, Morgan. There's your girl. There's your little Sunny bunny. No, Joey, I'm going to have a chat with you offline about how you say sorry. You're like my friend Shanna. She does that too. Never be sorry. I'm just explaining. You didn't look. It's part one. What we're going to do, basically, Joe, is find what we all think collectively is the funniest moment. It's going to be hard. It's going to be brutal, and it's not necessarily going to reflect anyone's. Well, someone's personal favourite will win, but many of us will be like, my personal favourite's funnier. But we've fast-tracked from 20 options on this show. We've fast-tracked more, 8, I think, in. The others will keep staying on the list. So the next chapter, when I do the recap, they'll still be on the list. And ultimately, we are going to find, voted by everyone, the funniest moment in the trial. Morgan, you take care too, Dodo. Thanks for coming in. The Cat Tower Fun. It was a fun little live stream, looking back at some of the hilarity and mirth that's come out of this trial. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And so far, the Star Witness Award, we've only got Alex on the list. I think more witnesses will make it onto the list, but I think Alex is going to be impossible to beat in that category. So, have a fabulous day. Australians, don't forget to vote, or at least don't forget to get your name crossed off the electoral roll. It really annoys me that people do throw their vote and then bitch about the Prime Minister and the government for the next 3 years. Like, I'm sorry, but if you throw your vote, you don't deserve to bitch about whoever gets voted in. So, yeah, I'm pretty tough about that. Also, I think today as well, every single person that's running in this election does deserve respect and applause for actually having a go and participating in our democracy. I grew up in a family of politicians. In fact, since 1895, up until my brother retired from politics last year, there's been a member of my family in Parliament here, and some of them have been federal politicians as well. I've spent my entire life being abused and made fun of and picked on because I'm a politician's kid. But I grew up respecting politicians. It didn't matter what party they were from. The fact that they are all actively participating in a democracy and having a go instead of sitting at home on their keyboards, being little keyboard warriors, sending politicians death threats and bitching about how hopeless they are. As far as I'm concerned, everyone who's on a ballot paper today deserves our respect because they're having a go. And on that deep note, I'm out of here. So, yeah, please vote. Oh, you gave to the Cat Poll Fund too? Did you, Francesca? I'm sorry, I missed that, Groover. Actually, if I go backstage, it doesn't have the dates on it. It's not showing up in the list. I don't know why. But thank you so much, Francesca. We're always, yo, baby blondie. Francesca, thank you. Thank you so much. God, you're all sweet as pie. Yo, baby blondie. This was a quick live, and there'll be heaps more. But it's lovely to have you here. Please do hit the notifications bell, and then you won't miss the next one. Francesca, thank you so much. That's incredibly sweet of you. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Turtle Dove. And thank you, everyone, just for being the best little community in Texas. Oh, sorry, on YouTube. I got to go. I got to go to my spin class. And sorry I got a bit deep about politicians at the end, but I feel very strongly about this stuff. And if it's made some of you think, actually, she's right, good on them for having a go. I'm not going to bitch about politicians, at least not till tomorrow. Then it was worth my little spiel. But I love you, Groovers. Talk to you all. See you all again very soon. In fact, see you at 11 a.m. today, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Come and watch me play with a massive erection. And until then, stay groovy, everyone.